Slowly. Approaching the INEC gate.
ADC. Hello. Hi. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished members of the press, esteemed colleagues and honorable representatives, for you today, not merely as the national chairman of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, as a custodian of our great party, value principle and democratic aspiration of Nigerian people. It is with heavy heart that I address the recent turmoil within our party situation that has escalated into the multiple factional leadership crisis, which firmly believe is an attempt by the nomads or to hijack our party. This crisis is not an isolated event, rather it is a part of a greater political maneuverings ahead of 2027 general election, a time when the integrity of our democratic process must be upheld more than ever. Genesis of this crisis: the resignation of our long-standing chairman Rapoche Onsu has strengthened a reaction has been exposing the vulnerability within our party. In the wake of this debate, we have witnessed the emerging of a factional lead by former Senate President David Mark, a figure who political affiliated are intervening with other notable actors such as Rauf Orobisola, Bolaji Abdullahi Bakin by Atiku Abubakar Peter Obi, Rotimi Ameti Rabiu Musa Konkoso, and Dino Melaye, and others. This person, which I refer to as opposition coalition, has sought to assert the control over our party through what I can only be describing as an illegal power grab, motivated by self-interest rather than the collective good for our members and the Nigerian population. In the incident involving the unauthorized transfer of power to David Mark and his associates, raising significant concern regarding the integrity of governance and the rules of law. Intruders by rudely forging the signature of a genuine members of the African Democratic Congress leaders, The ADC can not only undermining and democratic process, but also violating the trust vested in their represented by their unconstituted. Such action reflect a troubling trend in which legitimate means are employed to achieve political ends, thereby eroding public confidence in political institutions. The implication of this dissent extends beyond the immediate contents, as they can foster a culture of impunity and displacement among the electorate. Furthermore, deliberately manipulating of signature demonstrated a calculated attempt to legitimate and otherwise unlawful transfer of power which necessitates urgent scrutiny and accountability. It is imperative for the ADC and relevant authorities to address this breach of discipline, restoring faith in the political process, and assure that such transgression do not recur. Upholding the principle of democracy and accountability is essential for the head of any democracy, and it is the responsibility of all stakeholders to safeguard their value against such agreement violations. Constitutional framework of membership leadership. The African Democratic Congress always prided itself on the commitment to open membership and democratic principles at rise in our Constitution. Article 9 of our Constitution stipulated that membership is open for all Nigerian citizens aged of 18 and above, irrespective of their religions, ethnicity, or gender, provided they are not affiliated with another political party. This fundamental principle underscores our belief in exclusivity and representation. However, the recent development within our party threatened to undermine their value. During the last 2025 to 2026 period, our party facing a leadership crisis that stemming from the disputed leadership challenges, allegedly made without adhere to the constitutional requirement for membership tenure. Christians have voiced their concern regarding the new leadership appointment made in July 2025, with bluntly ignoring the requisite 2 years membership tenure for the national officers. The blatant disregard for our constitutional framework has not only sown discord within our rank, but has also led to governance challenges, particularly concerning the first 21st day notice requirement for meeting as mandated by the INEC and the ADC constitutions. The role of INEC. It is essential to acknowledge the role of INEC in this crisis. Following a court of appeal order, INEC was compelled to withdraw recognition of the illegal David Mark Leke Abejide committee. This decision was not taken lightly. It was a necessary measure to uphold the rules of law, maintaining the integrity of our party leadership structure. However, the ADC, particularly the faction led by David Mark, has responded with accusation that INEC's interpretation of the court order is mischievous and intended to paralyze our party operation. They argue that the status quo should preserve that the party's current party operations, factional leadership to prevent a beacon, a claim that does not hold a water when viewed through the lens of our constitutional framework. The truth of the matter lies in the definition as the status quo is potent to our leadership truthless. The Court of Appeal directing, often referred to as status quo ante bellum, mandated all parties to maintain the state of affairs that existing before the legal complete begun. As of April 2026, a significant dispute emerging between the ADC and the INEC regarding the interpretation of what is original state intent INEC stand with involving the recognition of the current leadership and action by the ADC faction is necessary step to assure that the rules of law is prevented. Despite INEC position, the ADC, the Margaret faction, has going to proceed with the National Convention and Congresses, insisting that internal process should not be suspended. This confidence is not merely a matter of party politics. It is reflects a deeper issue of respect for the rules of law and the principle of the governance of our democracy. We cannot allow political no-man to explore the vulnerability of our party for the gain and integrity of the ADC and the democratic process in Nigeria depend on our commitment to upholding our constitutional framework for the decision of the judiciary. My prayers, as I address today, I argue INEC to place my name on the portal are required by the status quo ante bellum order of the Court of Appeal. This is not just a personal request. It is a plea for the justice, accountability, and adhere to the rules of law. The order and stability within the ADC must rise above the tyranny of political monopoly and focus on what truly matters, the democratic aspiration of the Nigerian people. In conclusion, let us not forget that the ADC was founded on the principle of democracy, exclusivity, and accountability. We urge our members and citizens of Nigeria to motivate this crisis with integrity and resolve the 2027 general election on the horizon, and we must imagine from this turnout stronger, more unity, and committed to the idea that brought us together in the first place. Together we can overturn this challenge and affirm our dedication to building a better Nigeria for all. Thank you very much. I am Honorable Nafiu Bala, the authentic national chairman.
You will sorry, honorable. Wait, I'm coming. You will face the camera and say your prayers without reading. You will bury your face. Look at the cameras and say your prayers.
The Independent National Electoral Commission to recognize me as the authentic national chairman of the African Democratic Congress, ordered by the Court of Appeal to maintain status quo ante bellum.
Thank you, party leaders here, our national chairman, Honorable Nafiu Bala Gombe, other party executive here present. My name is Right Honorable Leke Abejide, the national leader of African Democratic Congress, and the oldest elected member on this platform since 2019. Since the beginning of this party, I have been there. I have never changed. It is just last year that a new dimension brought in by the former national chairman of this party, Chief Ralph Okenwosu, who resigned without notice. There was no meeting. This new national chairman that you are seeing behind me was the only party national executive committee members who did not resign. Though they are forging everything around and say he resigned, but I'm aware he did not resign. And we expected INEC to have done the honorable thing by putting his name as the authentic national chairman, nothing more. All these hula baloo making noise, saying that somebody is there, that the status quo antebellum means when the coalition people came. No, no, no. We have constitution that we all swore to uphold. In Article 9(4), it's very clear. It says, and there is no proviso. There is no waiver. Says anybody who want to aspire to hold national office, either national chairman or national secretary or national organizing secretary or whatever at the national level, must be 2 years in this party. The only, as a member, the only where we have proviso, it is on the election into political offices. And that is not what we are arguing here. What we are arguing here is that those who came and hijacked this party at the moment, at that time, they came the same day and they handed over to them the same day. We are not in a banana republic. This cannot stand in the eye of the law. And this is what we are fighting for. We are fighting for our rights. We are fighting for justice. Let the right thing be done. INEC has never erred in any way. The only thing I know INEC has not done is by putting the name of Nafiu Bala as the national chairman of African Democratic Congress. They should do it right now.
Yes.
Yes. They should do it right now.
Yes.
They should do it right now.
Yes.
And if we are all in court against them, if they want to continue to delay the court by asking people to join every day, they should continue because they don't want justice to be served. But we know our right. We will fight it to the last with our blood. Yes. This is what we want to say. Thank you so much.
Yeah, my name is Balasani. I'm the chief of staff to the Acting National Congress. I use a blog now. Are you ready? Come to my phone. Come see my phone. Don't say my phone. Push me. Why do you do this? You can't. You can't come and stay. You can't push me. You push me. Stop ready. Solo, tell me for what? Solo, what INEC did. Solo, action of INEC. What's your name? Yeah, they will get that. Your name, sir? What's your name again, sir?